Hey YouTubers, it's Valerie with Money Mindset Coach, and today I want to talk about what my spending was for the month of February and kind of where I want to go in the month of March. But before I get to that, I want to talk about a product that I don't know if anybody out there, any of you women, men who wear earrings, I guess there's men out there that wear them too. But what happened to me probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, this particular, you see that earlobe? How it split? I was wearing heavy earrings, and that heavy earring stretched that earlobe, and the earring just fell right out. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt when it split like that. A lot of people think that it probably would, but it didn't. And I think, as we get older, our earlobes and everything get older too. And that's what happened. So I use a product called Lobe Wonder. And basically what that does, I'll show you. It comes in a package like this, which you have to keep this closed. Because if air gets to them, they dry out and they don't stick as well. So anyway, on these little cards right here, there are little plastic sticky discs. And I really don't know if you're going to be able to see them. Yeah, you can kind of see them right there. The last ones I bought lasted me a long time. Because what happens is you put them on. Now, I'll use 2 of them at a time. One, it doesn't seem to be enough, or maybe because I'd had them for a while, they were getting kind of older, so they weren't sticking as well. Maybe I won't have to use 2 of these because they're brand new. I don't know. But what happens is it's not just one wear and you have to put new ones on every day. Nope. I would put one on, and then in the shower with the steam, with everything, it just got stickier and stickier, and it stayed. And I would use that one as long as I possibly could until it wouldn't work anymore. So they last a long time. It's not like you have to put a new one on every day. But when this first happened to my earlobe, I really thought, oh my gosh, am I never going to be able to wear earrings again? Which really made me sad, because I really, truly, I would be sad if I couldn't wear earrings. To me, earrings are a nice addition, and I ordered these on Amazon. Just got them yesterday. It took a while. I don't think Amazon is as fast as it used to be. I don't know. But anyway, I had been going without wearing any earrings till now. So anyway, I got that. So if that helps anybody, if anybody else has had an earlobe thing like this product really does work. And I positively love it. Talking about my spending for the month of February, I used to go down the line and talk about all of my spending. This spending is only the discretionary. My mortgage payment, internet, insurance, all those kind of things. Those are fixed. But when it comes to your food, when it comes to your miscellaneous category, which can be a lot of things, clothes, gas, those kind of things, or things that you don't normally have every month, which that reminds me. I did have another one on here that I totally forgot. It was escrow shortage. Okay. Yeah. That was an added one that I wasn't expecting. So, anyway, all right. I spent $120.19 miscellaneous. On food, I spent $133.47. Oh, my restaurant, that was the big one. Look how much I spent. $153.17. That was going to 2 Mexican restaurants, Olive Garden with a $25 gift card, and then I went to a campaign event for my boss who's running for alderman, and I had 2 glasses of wine while I was there, and that was $15. So anyway, spent a little more than what I normally do. I usually go out to eat like once a month. I don't do that. So anyway, I spent a little more. Clothes. I had a $25 gift card from Christmas. Bought something really cool. I talked about it in another video. After the $25 gift card, I only had to pay $1.26. So that's pretty cool. Got something brand new and only spent $1.26. My gas was $78.92. Now my dentist, this was going the first time with my Medicare Advantage plan, which paid for everything except the laser that my dental hygienist uses. That's $90. It's expensive, and Medicare doesn't pay for that. So anyway, okay. I put 697 miles on my car. I've talked about my car before. It's a 2011 Acura TSX. It turned 200,000 miles on Christmas Eve. So right about the beginning of this year, it turned 200,000. It has 210 miles on it now. 697 miles. My thought is my car could go 250,000, 300,000. They've been known to go longer than that. I'm going to see how far this car goes. That is my game. I'm playing a game right now to see how long it goes where this car, and I tell you, I've only put a new battery in it. Other than that, I've done oil changes and tire rotations. But that is another thing I found out. I really think that I'm going to have to put new tires on that car this year. That's what I'm going to have to do. And that is going to be probably, I would say, at least $600. I'm thinking. I don't know. I still have some research to do. My youngest son is wonderful when it comes to research, and he's going to find me a really, really great deal for my tires, really good tires, and get me a good deal. So, and he has a place that can put them on. So I'm not worried about that, but that is something that's coming up. But tires are part of maintenance. Everybody who has a car is going to eventually have to put new tires on it. That is not something that comes out of your emergency fund because it's not an emergency. You know that your car is going to need tires somewhere down the line. That's just part of it. Now, if they've worn out and you need new tires because of that, that's one thing. If you have a blowout and it's kind of out of the blue and you're having to spend money on tires, that maybe could be considered coming out of your emergency fund because that was not planned, even though it wouldn't be bad to have a sinking fund put aside for tires, so then if you have a blowout, that takes care of that. I don't know. It all depends on how you want to do it. But if I can put 1,000 miles or less on my car every month, and the only reason that I put that many on is because I go to St. Louis 3 out of 4 weekends. You know, I see my grandson, I see my kids, I see my boyfriend lives there. There's a reason that I go to St. Louis. That is where the miles are coming from. If I just stayed here in my little town, I don't know what I would end up putting on my car. I could end up trying that for a month and see how that goes. I hadn't thought of that. Maybe I'll do that. Oh well. Okay. But with the way I'm thinking, my next goal is to get to 225,000. Well, if I put 12,000 on a year, that gives me 2 years. 2 years just to get to 225. My next goal would be 250. Another 2 years. I could conceivably, if I do this, drive this car for the next 4 years. I paid cash for it. I paid $7,000 for the car. It's cost me pretty much nothing. Yeah. So anyway, that was low miles, but February is a short month. So that was part of it too. And there was one weekend I didn't go to St. Louis. So that helps. Okay, the other thing that I had to pay in the month of February was $741 for my escrow account. There was a shortage, and if I could choose not to pay that, and then my payment would go up almost $100 for the next year. I didn't really want to do that. Now my payment is going up from $572 to $606. So it is going up, but not $100. So anyway, I paid the escrow shortage. They haven't gotten it yet, but when they do, they're going to apply it to the escrow, and then my payment will be $606. So the other thing, while I was chatting with this woman, it was one of those chat box things. I asked her, I said, well, back in 2022, I paid $10,000 on the principal of my house. And when I look at the maturity date on my account online, it still shows that I pay this house off in 30 years' time. Well, 25 now, because I've been here almost 6 years, so it'd be 24. But still, they hadn't shown my term being any shorter for having paid down my mortgage by $10,000. That should have cut some of that time off. So I said something to her, and they are sending an amortization schedule so I can see exactly what the payoff is. And that is something all of you can do. If you have a mortgage, get the amortization schedule. It will show you from your very first payment how much is interest, how much is principal. You're going to see that. Seems like the only way for you to see that is if you ask for it. They're not going to be giving that to you. You got to ask for it. So I'm going to see what that is, and then I'm going to check and see what my payoff is for my house. Now the other good news about my house, which I don't know really how accurate this is, I'm just telling you that this is what my mortgage company told me. Okay? This is crazy. They say my house is worth $226,000. I have equity of $176,000. my mortgage balance is $49,000. If those numbers are right, that's pretty darn good. Now, equity doesn't mean anything. It does go towards your net worth. You know, when you figure your net worth, you figure in the equity on your house, because that is part of, what is coming to you. Your house is worth more, you owe less. Yeah, it's part of your net worth. So if that's true, I was kind of excited about that. But I was in real estate for a lot of years, and I got to tell you, your house is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. My house is in a small town, in a rural town. Now, if I took this house and put it in St. Louis, yeah. But I got to tell you, my boyfriend's neighborhood is, it's on the south side of St. Louis. It's called South City. The north side of St. Louis is the bad side of St. Louis. So his side is not the bad side. It actually has some nice neighborhoods. And the mayor of St. Louis at one point in time lived in a new subdivision that wasn't far from my boyfriend's house. But the crime in his neighborhood is not, it's bad. It can be bad. My car, the whole reason I have the car that I have now is because my Hyundai Sonata was stolen outside his house. So, but there's a house right up the street from him that sold for between $250,000 and $300,000, and it wasn't any great house. Housing prices are kind of going a little nutso, I guess. I don't know. But I'm just relaying to you what my mortgage company is telling me. So, in that instance, I haven't gone to Zillow, but I remember the last time that I looked, they were saying my house was maybe $150,000, basically double what I paid for it. I only paid $80,000 for this house, and I've got a 3.75% interest rate, which doesn't make me want to go anywhere. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay here. But gosh, what else was I going to talk about? So that was basically my February spending. That's variable. And those particular things that I just showed you are the things that you can actually change the amounts. How much you spend at the grocery store, how much you go out to eat, how much you spend in miscellaneous. Those are all things that can vary. And you can spend a lot, or you can really save some money. And if you're wanting to build up an emergency fund, pay off debt, those are the things that you pretty much have to watch very, very closely. And cook at home, meal prep, take your lunch to work, make coffee at home. There's so many things that I guess I've been doing them for so many years that I really don't think of them as frugal things. I was never one to go to Starbucks. On occasion I would go, but that's not something that I would do on a regular basis. That's like something special. I make coffee at home. And right now I swear I am going to do a video with my French press. I love it. Love. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow morning. I don't know. But you can make you can make a great cup of coffee with a French press with 1 scoop of coffee and enough hot boiling water for 1 cup. Put it in there. You have a cup of coffee. You don't need to go to Starbucks. You buy a thing at Costco of Maxwell House or Folgers or whatever. $8 to $10 you pay for a big thing. Do you know how much coffee you get out of that? You get a lot. You don't have to buy coffee for a long time. I basically get up in the morning and have 2 cups of coffee. That's it. Maybe a third one. I do have tea. Sometimes I'll have some green tea. I got plenty of tea out there too. That's why when I got to that last week of the month, I took stock and took inventory of what I had in my cabinets, in my freezer, in my refrigerator. Oh, that was the other thing. Okay, I went to the grocery store. I did a lot of errands this afternoon, and I went to the regular grocery store that I always go to. And I know from my money tracker and writing everything down, everything that I buy and where I bought it, the last dozen eggs that I bought cost me $4.35. I went into my regular grocery store, $8.75 for a dozen eggs. I picked them up, I looked at them, and I thought, nope, I am not paying that much for a dozen eggs. I won't do it. So, right next door to the grocery store that I went to is a DG Market, which is Dollar General Market, it was just built. It's a brand new building. And it has all the stuff that Dollar General always had, but now it's got a lot more food. So it's real competition to this grocery store that sits right next to it that's been there forever. Well, I thought about it and I thought, well, I had to go into DG Market anyway because my boyfriend's, one of his granddaughters were having a birthday party for her tomorrow, and I needed to get some wrapping paper and stuff to wrap the present. And so that's where I was going to go for that kind of stuff and pick out a card and everything. And I thought, maybe they'll have eggs for cheaper. And if they do, I'm going to buy them. I'll buy them there. Went in there, $6.75. $2 cheaper. I probably should have bought 2 dozen, but no, I only needed 1. So, I just walked across the parking lot and went to DG Market and found eggs $2 less. So I was real happy about that. Because, eggs are a staple. They're a staple. Bread, butter, eggs. It's just one of the staples that you have in your house. You have to have them. For baking mixes, if you're baking something, you can make scrambled eggs. You gotta have them. And I think some of these grocery stores think, well, gotta have eggs, so let's put a high price on them. Now, I know the bird flu thing has all been going on. I know that. And I know that's why, but I'm sorry. I have paid $4 and something. I actually, at Save-A-Lot, at one point in time, a couple weeks ago, I saw $6.50, which I thought was outrageous. $8.75? I won't do it. I will not pay $8.75 for eggs. I actually have a friend outside of town that has chickens, and she would always give me a dozen eggs, but I always felt bad, because it's like, well, she should make some money off of these eggs, especially now with how expensive they are. So I need to check with her and see how her chickens are doing, and maybe buy some eggs off of her. I wouldn't expect them for free, not with the bird flu. Actually, I need to check with her and see how her chickens are doing. Her chickens might be having some problems. I don't know. I need to check with her. But I'll let you know what she says. But yeah, $8.75. You got to be out of your mind. No, won't do it. Won't do it. So anyway, that is all I have for now. We are in March. I'm so excited. My birthday is in March, and spring comes in March. I think God knew that when he had me be born in March. And then 2 of my 3 kids are born in March. My sister was born in March. My sister-in-law, my grandmother, oh my gosh, my cousin. I have a cousin who has a birthday in March. There's a lot of birthdays in March. A lot. So I'm excited about that. So anyway, if you like this video, please thumbs up, comment. What are you paying for eggs? In the area where you live. I'd love to hear what you're paying, what the price of eggs is where you live. Anything else in the grocery store going up? How is your budget doing? How's it doing? We all need a budget. We all need an emergency fund. And we all need to not be in debt. So, like I always say, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Until next time, bye.